Not sure how much space is left on the camera, but I'm going to finally plant, I should say, the bananas from work, one of my workmates. I planted the other peach that we'd bought, so that's there. I've got to get rid of the planter. So we got the 2 citrus that used to be right down the back. Peach tree I got from, was it Winmalee or something? The one we bought. And then the 2 bananas are down there. And the rest of the yard. We're going to put the bananas down there, but they caught a lot of strong wind coming straight through that bottom corner of the yard. Might be a bit better protected here. And the new ramps came in very handy to get down from the carport area down here with the banana trees, because they were in the front yard. It's still a bit slippery, but well, that's a good sign for the soil. I saw some more down in that area. It's nice and soft at the surface and then clay down below. We're getting hail. No rain, just random hail. Another day of running around for picking up items found on Marketplace. My wife's been looking for a nice dresser, or a decent dresser. She found one. She saw a teak bench that she wants to get for the yard, a roll top desk. 3 decent sized items. If it was just the dresser and the desk, I would probably have been able to just have the truck. Adding the bench to it, it's curved, so it's going to be an awkward shape. I've got the trailer as well. Now, you might be able to just see the top of it. I got the school trailer. Rather than leave it sitting around school, I brought it home for just in case, especially since my one is full of sand and gravel at the moment. Now I'm waiting on the address, because as with sensible people on Marketplace, they wait to hear if you're actually on your way before they send you the address. That's what I do, because I've had too many people go, oh yeah, I'll come around, what's the address? And I've given it and they've never shown up. It's usually, let me know when you're leaving and I'll give you the address. There's one in Penrith, one in Blacktown, and one in Dural. Northwestish Sydney, rural-ish area, unless it's been built up heaps. That's where the roll top desk is. The bench is Blacktown. Dresser is the one in Penrith, so it's going to be the first pickup. First 2 stops done. I've got the dresser, which covered with the blanket that you can see, and I've got a tarp over it because it looks like it's going to rain. And I've also got a special present I bought myself. I'll talk about that at a later date. I picked that up in Penrith. This dresser wasn't in Penrith, it was out at Castlereagh, right out that way, fair hike out. And now I'm heading to Blacktown. I've got the address for the teak bench love seat thing. It's something that needs a little bit of work on it. Look good from the photos. Yeah, it looks like some heavy rain out that way. Another reason why I'm glad I don't have a cab over the tray, because I wouldn't have been able to put that dresser in there standing up. My present's in behind it. I had to put the ramps and the trolley into the trailer, so I'm glad I got the trailer. I've still got 2 things to collect. Traffic's heavy in Penrith. I feel like I need another tarp.
Continue straight to stay on Wolseley Street, then use the middle lane to turn right onto Mulgoa Road. Use the middle lane to turn right onto Mulgoa Road. In 300 metres, use the left lane to take the M4 slip road to Blacktown, Sydney. Use the left lane to take the M4 slip road.
They said rain, but this is ridiculous.
In 400 metres, merge onto M4.
It's almost like a whiteout. I had a tarp on top, but it didn't cover all the way down, so I just quickly ran into Bunnings to grab a really big one and then throw it down. So it's covered.
Continue on M4 for 22 kilometres.
A lot better. I can see water running down the tarp right behind me. Just pulled over under the Northern Road overpass. Extra straps and everything, like plastic straps to try and hold the tarp down. And the wind's just ripping through here. Someone just pulled in behind me under the bridge. I think they might have been thinking, actually, I'm going to do what the others are doing. As it's on. The visibility is really bad. It's improved slightly, but not by much. I don't know whether that person that pulled in behind me thinking, oh, somebody's broken down, I'll give them a hand, or whether they were just going, this might hail, I'm getting out of this. Well, I've arrived at the place in Blacktown, and I think the storm just caught up to me. Oh, this has got hail too. The guy waved to me as I was pulling up, and then he just messaged me and said, perhaps wait. That wind is blowing the truck. So I got the last item, the roll top desk. Place just out, almost in the middle of nowhere. That was their driveway I was coming down. They said just drive up the driveway. They obviously weren't expecting somebody with a trailer, so we ended up unhooking the trailer, spinning it around. I did a 5 or 6 point turn on their little patch of driveway in front of their garage. And then we hooked the trailer back up. Lovely couple. They said they just sold the house and were downsizing. A place they had with beautiful decks just overlooked the bush. Like I said, it was middle of nowhere, or middle of Dural. Roughly an hour and a half drive. It says an hour 22, but that doesn't include having a trailer and loaded down, and I'm just going to be keeping an eye on how things are. When I was driving over here, coming through the Hills District, there was hail all built up around on the sides of the road and on the grass and that sort of thing. So the storm hit the Hills area pretty bad, in terms of hail. I don't know whether the hail hit Penrith. When I was in Blacktown, there was very, very light hail hitting the truck, but it was mostly just the wind and rain. Lovely little summer storm. This is the dresser that I picked up from my wife the other day when the storm hit. Having a little look over it, it uses the tricky leg design that I use a lot with my kids to show them how to get that solid timber leg look without a solid timber leg. Also gives you room for having your rails in. And this is just something that's been mass produced, just using the 12mm lining boards, front and back, or side and backs. 19mm timber here. This looks like 19 by 70, and then 40 by 19 for these rails. And I noticed this bit at the back says it's smart finish, and then it says size may vary with humidity, 42 by 19. So covering their bases. You can see a few spots where the nail gun has missed. There's another one. Luckily they don't really come into play with things with the drawers. I noticed there's one here they missed by a mile. And you look on the outside and you see the little putty hole. There's all the drawers. So this is a solid timber cabinet, so it's quite heavy. Machine cut dovetails, blind dovetails. They're really easy to do once you've got a setup dialed in, even though they've got gaps in their ones, but it allows them to make strong drawers with their whole drawers made out of 19mm, a 19mm front with a slight bevel on the edge, lining board base, so it's 12mm or ½ inch there, so ½ inch, 3/4 inch, which makes this thing as heavy as. So this thing is fairly heavy too, solid timber all round. This bead on the front so that it makes it look thicker than it is, which you notice more on the end because of the end grain than you do on the front. Anyway, see if I can get this inside. These frogs definitely see you coming. I'll be able to just see that one just above the glary section, hiding under the water. And he just took off. Lost sight of them all. When I was looking out of the window from upstairs, there was 3 frogs. One was over here, and then one was here, then they swam together here. You don't normally hear the frogs out at this time of day. It's like 12:30, middle of the day, but because there's no sun, it's all cloudy, and it's been raining, the frogs are active. I've got to get this grass out. All this stuff here, it's got like roots and everything growing through it. Might be able to pull it out and plant it somewhere. No sign of any frogs anywhere, but the rain we've had recently has made the water really clear.